Hi, I'm Dr. David Geier, orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine expert. This week in That's Gotta Hurt with Dr. David Geier, we're going to talk about Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving of the Boston Celtics, their injuries and recovery from those injuries, and how well they'll get back to play this season. And I'm going to do it all while sitting in this infrared sauna, 30 minutes at about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go. I've been in here maybe 3 minutes and it's already really hot. I see where this could be a challenge for 30 minutes. I'm sure it feels great when you're done. You can see I'm already starting to sweat. I've been in here 3 minutes. I read an article in ESPN.com this morning about Kyrie Irving. If you follow the NBA, you know he's the star point guard of the Boston Celtics. They made a big trade for him when he wanted to leave LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Played really, really well. In March, we heard he was going to have knee surgery. Now, you have to go back and remember, in 2015, in the NBA Finals, Kyrie Irving fractured his patella, or his kneecap, in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Had surgery for it, and has done fine. But in March of this year, we got news that he was having some irritation around the tension band, the metal wire that surrounds the screws that held the kneecap together from the surgery back in 2015. The doctors went in and took it out. Fast forward a month to April, we find out he had another surgery to take the two screws out. During that surgery, they found out that he had infection around those screws. Sounds like they took the two screws out, and then he was on antibiotics for about 2 months. Now, if you read this story, Kyrie's really dramatic. He talks about this line that goes in through his veins and goes all the way up into his heart. What he's describing is the doctors, after they basically took the screws out, they scraped away any infection, any pus really around the screw holes. Then they put in a PICC line, which is a line that basically allows IV medicines, IV antibiotics, to go in your body, but it's something you can go home with so you don't have to stay in the hospital for 8 weeks. Absolutely a reasonable thing. The problem with patella fractures, the kneecap, is that the hardware that you put in is right under the skin. There's no fat over our kneecaps, there's no muscle, so sometimes that hardware can irritate you and we have to take it out down the road. I wonder if when they took it out in March, that introduced a source of infection around his screws. We're not really going to know without being involved in his care. Assuming that they fully cleared the infection, should be okay. Now, Kyrie made a point that they stopped it before it became a staph infection, which probably isn't really true. He probably had a staph infection. That's probably the bacteria they found in his kneecap, but it hasn't spread to the rest of his body. That obviously would be really bad, so he's right about that. He did describe this ordeal as a long effing 2 months. I'm sure to the reporter he didn't say effing, but I bet it was really, really long. Should have no long-term problems. Again, if they got rid of his infection, now he'll start training after he gets his knee motion back and his strength back. Shouldn't have any lingering effects. Oh, this is hot. I don't know. I'm guessing that I've been in here maybe 8 minutes. It is warm. I guess you get used to this at some point. Maybe I shouldn't have done this right after a workout, but I did try to drink a lot of fluid today, knowing I was going to do this, and I am still burning up. We'll see how I feel another 20-30 minutes from now. 20 more minutes. This could be interesting. Okay, let's talk about Gordon Hayward now. Hayward was another big name basketball star that the Celtics brought in at the beginning of last season. They signed him as a free agent from the Utah Jazz, and he was awesome for the Jazz. He was going to meet up with his former college coach, Brad Stevens. It was going to be great. 6 minutes, less than 6 minutes into the first game of the NBA season, in a game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, nationally televised game, Hayward lands awkwardly and breaks his leg. My text messages and my phone blew up right after it happened because it's one of those injuries that you see on TV, really, really ugly. Because it wasn't in the middle of his leg, it was down more towards his ankle. I think it's more accurately an ankle dislocation and a fracture of the fibula, the bone on the outside of the leg. Hayward underwent surgery. He missed the rest of the season. Okay, I had to take my Nikon camera outside the sauna. It was overheating and wouldn't record anymore. In May, he ended up having a second surgery to take the plate on that fibula out, plate and screws out, because they were bothering tendons on the outside of the ankle. That can be a normal thing sometimes if you don't have a lot of fat and muscle over that bone. That's the bony prominence you feel on the outside of the ankle. So that can be a fairly normal thing sometimes to take that out. Shouldn't be any long-term setbacks. You wait for those screw holes to fill in with bone, which takes about 6 to 8 weeks. That's why he's training now. On his website, he showed pictures of him doing basketball drills. I don't think we're very far at all from seeing him playing 5-on-5 drills, doing full practices, and in the games. Like Kyrie Irving, I expect him to be 100% going into the preseason and into the full NBA season. Alright, I think my time in here is close to ending. Probably have a few more minutes, but I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep my phone in here before it starts to overheat and I have to put it outside again. It seems like it's only going a couple minutes and then it stops because the phone can't take this kind of temperature. If you get a chance to try infrared sauna, you should definitely do it. Obviously, it is hot and I am sweating up a storm, but it's supposed to be good for detoxification, it's supposed to be good for chronic muscle and joint pain. Even there's some rumors that it might be helpful for some chronic medical conditions. Now the studies are sort of lukewarm. They're not showing what we call a statistically significant benefit. We'll see how I feel, and a lot of people swear by this. So if you have a chance to do it, check it out. Alright, that's going to wrap up the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more information on injuries in the NBA, NFL, things for your fantasy sports, whatever. We do a video about every week or so. Plus, I do one of these challenges, so if there's something really cool you want to see me do, definitely leave that in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you right here next time.